So, in the institute, actually I understood, and when I first time heard about it, we were all together thinking, what is the big, great program for next 10 years? Yeah. Like in the academy, educational program was very strong, very recognized. We wanted the same with this institute. Like academy, then we went to institute, like it's wider and it's more freedom there. This is why we decided, I remember, that we want this institute, whatever it is. Because it gives you wide open space and time and freedom to just think about things, something like this. And my first image was really like big institutes, you know, everywhere, laboratories with new approaches, really huge machine of new ideas, and a big field of sharing. But like in life, it didn't happen in that sense. But every project I do surprised me, because of course I'm not a visionary in this meaning of prediction how things will look like. And I always get surprised because it's different but also good. You know, I'm not, how do you see this, psychic, you know. To really see realistically the situations, even if I would like to. It always surprised me how much further actually it can go. I always watch too narrow. It's not, I think I see a huge space for things, but then in the projects always show me there is more. And it can go further and further. In this wideness, sometimes we get lost, I think. And we got lost, but good lost, you know. Good questions raised when you are lost. What do we really do in this project? What is actually the material of this project, you know? So it's not only searching for things, like looking for new things, exploring, sharing, it's not. They're doing archive. So it's very archive, you know, very, very past. So it's nothing new. It's only maybe the system, how they do it, its approach, how they will show this archive out. And the final product will be maybe different than what we used to or whatever. But the subject is old. And what is new subject? Everything we know. You know, it's like, I think we got in these questions because we realized that nothing's new. And there is not this new project, you know. It can be only something we want to do and we like and enjoy to do it. And I think finally, and the Institute became this. And we wanted actually to do it, to make a space for members of NDA that we do things we like. But there is this question. I also have a project I like, and I will do it here. There is no space enough for everybody again. There are many questions again. It's not bad. It's great. It's opening new questions, you know. So we didn't stagnate. I think Nomads didn't make a mistake with this project. Of course, it's just natural step of growing up, and growing up is not so hilarious. You know, somehow it's this maturity comes, and I think it's different. Totally different than when we did educational program. The project I presented in our first meeting was thoughts. Dots. Not the dots.
Dots.
Dots. Like Tamara. So actually this moment when we had opportunity to present some project, I didn't have any project to present. But then I was thinking, but what I am doing actually, and this was a great thing to do, to see where am I now, what I want to do. It's very nice because I never ask myself this. There is no opportunity. Nobody asks me this. And I'm always like serving everybody, all the projects, and I never ask myself, stop now everything. What you want to do that, you know. So this was nice. Thank you for this experience, Institute. The great thing what happened is that the project didn't pass directly. Actually, it was on the list. And now you had to like write something. I don't know. I'm in coordination office. I don't know what we had to write. Some letter of intent. But I already explained it in Ljubljana. So then Nina got pregnant. She was like my partner in this project. She invited me because it was in the invitation system. So my inviter was out of the project, and I didn't feel felt invited to write, but this is excuse. So if I really wanted to write, I would write, and if it would be really important for me to do this project through Nomad Dance Institute, then in that time I would do it. So Nomad Dance Institute makes you to be responsible for yourself. And this is what I think people didn't understand. You know, in Institute, nobody's fault is that you didn't do something or you didn't try. It's only your space that you didn't react on time. But I hope in the second circle, I learned something from this first circle, and I will clearly ask for my project. Because anyway, I'm doing it since then, beside Nomad Dance Institute. So it's great in several levels. I really do it anyway. I would never maybe put some attention or energy so much on this project. So clearly and consciously, it would go. And yeah, it learned me that or you have or you don't have in that moment courage to take care of what you want. So it's not easy, like in life. You know, sometimes you can, and sometimes something is stopping you. So it's, I always say that actually Nomad in general is for me great education in every level. So I learn as a person, as a human, as a professional dancer, as a manager in culture. I really learn on every level. So I'm producing all these Nomad Dance Institute projects. They are coming, passing by in front of me, and I'm watching them, and like people enjoy their work, and I'm doing the basic table of budget, you know. So okay, but now it's enough. You know, now I felt okay, enough capacity for myself. But this is very important, I think, to people to understand. For not to people, for outside people, for people who do Institute, nobody's fault is nothing. You know, take care of your own things. And don't point on anybody, you know. It's very nice. I really cannot wait us to meet again. So we didn't meet after 2 years. Okay, it's not so bad. It's only 2 months more. But the agreement was after 2 years we meet and we discuss new ideas, new projects, new proposals again. People who were working the projects, in these 6 projects during the first 2 years, know this agreement. And I think it should be fair that they really step out. And then they say, people, next round. And it's like they don't know, or they think, they don't, I don't know. Maybe they really didn't recognize this. Maybe it was not clear said. For me, it's very clear, but you know, for you, the sun is nice. For somebody, like if it's snowman, he melts. So it's really opposite. It can be really different for everybody. But I need this meeting now, and that's why I put my energy now to really try to organize everything, because I have the biggest need from all of members I see to meet again and to clarify. It's fine if some projects started even second year of first, of 2, even say, okay, they can maybe continue 2 years, but after that they should budget, match funds for themselves. We started, we helped it to grow, but now it's your turn. I mean, Nomad Dance Institute shouldn't, for me, I don't see it, it should 5 years support same 6 projects that were chosen 2013, it's already 3 years ago almost, you know. So, it's just natural for me, this is my need, but this is, I think, understandable, normal. And this is how it should be. And now I'm, of course, flexible. If I wouldn't be flexible, now we would already have meeting. So I'm totally flexible, and meeting will be in May, so we have like 6 months over there. So okay, you know, let's say 2.5, maybe we didn't have good count in the beginning. 2.5, 3 years is maybe needed for projects to develop in that sense that they can be independent from India. But it's all fine, you know, for me it's nice to observe now, to make analysis, to see, you know, how better, wider and further it can grow. I have no problem, whatever happens. I think it works very well. I think the structure of budgeting is the best it can be in these occasions that we have. We have, all budget is in one basket, and it's splitting is on a natural way. You know, how people have matchings, how projects are growing. Some projects started immediately, some projects started later. It was nice, balanced, you know, with finances. Somehow it was the best it can be. You know, for me, I see more space that authors of the programs put more attention to raise money for their own project. This Nomad Dance Institute money should be just a help for something that really, you know, maybe first year only, but then already second year it should be gathered with at least from 2 more, you know. So somehow it's always lazy, this part, you know, from artists. This is how things are, you know. I mean, this is something that, you know, I don't question why is this like this, why is this like this, you know. I always try to find my way through things. You know, so if artists always forget to send me their VAT number, you know, okay, I will not get nervous. I will write again, you know, listen, we didn't write this VAT number. So it's kind of, I know what I can expect from people. So don't pretend stupidly like, yeah, you didn't do it, you did. We know what we can expect from people, and we know where are problems, you know. So there is a solution for every problem, you know. So if there is, I mean, I don't know, you know, budgeting of projects is always so boring. No, you know, it's the most exhausting, boring, empty, energy eater, you know. It's totally a space where I just go with the big isolation. You know, when I have to do this part, I really need to isolate myself, do this, because this has nothing to do with the life, world, art, projects, nothing. It's fictive thing. And it's for me fun in this whole world of numbers, you know, because for me this is also art, you know. I cannot see it. I'm not a manager, you know. I always see space to, you know, something. I mean, for me this is as many as rules they put, more creative I am. It's nice. So LMD has many program lines. The ones that NDA is using are Performance Situation Room, and in this program is NDA Institute. So we got a big space in, this is like nobody except us. This, you know, we are always like this. So only NDA has this a possibility to have a specific different line of program under one of the lines that nobody else has actually, and nobody else uses, or it's, you know, so this is where we're always different. So this is Performance Situation Room, is official. Then we have Dance Works, actually co-productions. So this is the space with for co-productions of the region. Wildcard, it's a residency program, residency programs, very nice programs to exchange and share things and be somewhere else. The great things about Wildcard for me, I think, in this program is that artists from this region can really go in some centers they would never go before. I mean, in regular life, they would not visit all these centers. So I think it's a very nice opportunity to see. And then when you see this, you're happy to go back for meetings like this. Then we are using SUSI, but SUSI is program for 3 organizations that are leading the program because this is like a little help for administration space. And we need a lot of help, so this little help is okay. But it's not fulfilling, really nothing so much. It's not so, how would I say, visible in a year amount of administration. It's really part covered by this. And that's it. Critical practice, where we also create our publications, our lines that are interesting for this area. I would like to hear from each project where they touched new spaces. What happened? Where it did boom and then something new happened there, and this is what I'm interested in. For example, co-teaching I had experience to be there. Wow, for me it was great to be involved, at least for one day, to see where you are, guys. It was very interesting for me. But what with this? What did you do with it? How you use these new experiences now? This is what I'm interested in. What do you do with this knowledge now? This is what I'm interested in, to hear. I think this, if you just went around and have these good classes, okay, good for you. And what I have from this, what did you bring back? So this is, I think, important. How did you use your new discoveries? For me, this is a very important part of the report. It's not so much amount of people affected or things, because sometimes you can do yourself deep something, so this is not for me at all level of how it can live, actually, only this is the question, How this content, what was discovered, what with this now? So actually, how to accept it as a new part of our lives, simply. I have a big need now to connect local NDAs with our global, regional, big NDA network. It's so mystic. Big regional NDA network, and NDA Croatia, NDA Bulgaria, it's not at all correct, because these small NDAs are getting so strong, I think, at least NDA Croatia is really getting, it has much more energy than the big NDA, it has much more enthusiasm, visions, needs to be than the big NDA.
How would you connect it?
Involve them in projects, so give them opportunity first to come to some meeting, this is always a first step. This is how we do also. So we invite new members in local NDA Croatia by inviting them, the same system like we have, because this is, you have to spend with us 2 days, then you will know. So this is the system, I cannot explain you anything. The vision of Goran Bogdanovsky happens, that we all go away, and new people are in regional. So Sanja Trop comes from Croatia, which she knows everything. She can do it, these are people who know. And then I go out of this big regional, you know, heavy, and some fresh energy comes in. This is what I meant, to switch the generation there. I think this is what we need to do. I mean, this is something comes back to me often in the last few months, his words, really, that we should all somehow make a system so self-sustainable and possible that we can all go, other people come, take over the system and work the same ideas, different ideas, I mean, but in this direction. This is what I also watch for Tala, you know. Okay, now it's too many people involved. It's not like if I close the door, you know, it's too many people involved, and I am responsible actually for part of their lives. And somehow, if I want to leave, I have to make systems self-sustainable. That actually anybody can come here and do with no problem. So I think this is the future of our original network. We have to bring new people there. We can focus more on local, which we also need, have these needs inside and feel this. Who has? Whatever. But this mixture should happen